away peacefully in his sleep on Friday night, June 12, 2026, in Salt Lake City, Utah. The cause of death was end-stage renal disease caused by polycystic kidney disease. He was born in Glenridge, New Jersey in 1955 to John Russell Mitcheltree Jr. and Helen Banzath Mitcheltree. Stephen moved with his family to Edina, Morningside, Minnesota in 1959 and attended public schools. He played cello and guitar as a youngster. In 1969, Stephen moved with his family to Salt Lake City, Utah. He graduated from East High School. He received his associate's degree in general studies from Salt Lake Community College in 1994. Stephen worked as a laboratory aide at the University of Utah School for Medicine for Dr. Marcus Jacobson. He also worked as a laboratory aide at the Moran Eye Center Research Department. Stephen was a mental health client under psychiatric care with brain disease schizophrenia since his first hospitalization in 1974. Stephen played cello for the Wasatch Community Symphony Orchestra under the direction of Kenneth Kuchler. He played cello concerts with the Utah Choral Arts Society and with the West Valley Symphony. He performed with the Thursday Singers, a volunteer music group under the direction of his mother, Mrs. Helen Mitcheltree. He played cello with occasional performances of LDS ward orchestras and with his friends, Mrs. Olivet Cummings, Mr. Ron Archibald, and Mr. Eric Karchner. He played jazz guitar concerts with his friend, Mr. Jim Fugit. Stephen enjoyed sports, including skiing and golfing. He is survived by his sister, Ann Mitcheltree of New York City, and by his cousin, Mrs. Judith Banzath Cruz of Millersville, Pennsylvania. He is survived by 8 first cousins twice removed. He is preceded in death by his parents and by his cousin, Michael Allen Banzath of Newport Beach, California. Stephen's body will be cremated at a gravestone marker placed at Mount Olivet Cemetery in Salt Lake City, Utah in Section B. Stephen's friends and family are scattered throughout the nation. We cannot join for a ceremony. Please remember Stephen personally and collectively in your own church ritual as it feels appropriate for you. Please share this notice with anyone who would want to remember Stephen. Your comments at starksfuneral.com are always welcome. Thank you for the decades of love and friendship. Blessing him with smiles, laughter, and peace. Jesus went unto the Mount of Olives, and early in the morning he came again into the temple, and all the people came unto him. And he sat down, and taught them. And the scribes and Pharisees brought unto a woman taken into adultery, and when they had set her in the midst, they say unto him, Master, this woman was taken into adultery in the very act. Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what sayest thou? This they said, tempting him, stooped down and with his finger wrote on the ground as though they heard him not. So when they continued asking, he lifted up himself and said unto them, He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning at the eldest, even unto the last. And Jesus was left alone. And the woman standing in the midst, when Jesus had lifted himself up, and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, where are those thine accusers? Hath no man condemned thee? She said, No man, Lord. And Jesus said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more. Then spake Jesus again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life.
Just keeps
Well, thank you all for coming this morning. Thank you to Shelley, who was Stephen's guardian, and everybody at Midtown that took such great care of him. I met Stephen many years ago when he was living at Shelley's building called JD House over on State Street. He is absolutely one of the zaniest characters I ever met in my life. He was so smart, so funny. Recently, he had me, not recently, maybe a year ago, he had me get him some baseball cards. And I think he had some fondness for baseball as a kid, but I brought him some of my old football and basketball cards a couple weeks later, and he just didn't really connect with me. But what he had told me, he memorized every baseball card in this box about this big, 6'1", 205 pounds, 227 hitter, just a brain. Lourdes, I got to give special credit to our aide Lourdes over here, who took such great care of Stephen, and Stephen spent so much time with playing games. And Stephen loved Lourdes, and he several times asked me, "Hey man, it's time to get married, man. It's the thing to do." And having to talk him back off that rope, he was pretty good about it, but he kind of looked at it like, me and Lourdes are homies, like, we got to get married. Loved getting him his Mountain Dew and his Whopper without cheese and onion rings. I think my favorite memory of Stephen is, so he was a skier and a golfer, and so I would say something to the contrary, like, "Stephen, you're a football player." "Hey man, don't be crazy, I'm a skier and a golfer, man." "You're a wrestler, Stephen." "You're crazy, man." Just this, even when he was sick, there was something about his desire to want to laugh and to be interesting, and then he would phrase things in questions like, "I'm the smartest man in the world, huh, man?" And I'm like, "Smartest man in Utah, bro. Smartest man in Utah." And then he turned to his roommate, "I'm the smartest man in Utah, man." Just a great character, and the energy he had. And again, thank you to everybody. Thank you to his sister, Anne, who I had lunch with a few years ago, Anne and Stephen. And I've said the word too many times now, but I'll say it one more time. Just one of the great characters I ever met in my entire life. And much love to you, Stephen.
Wordsworth wrote, "Thus thou art, to dust returning, was not spoken of the soul." I know some of you, my connection is being halfway generation between parents and children. I met Stephen through his parents when his father was at All Saints Church as the choir master. Friends ended up being not the personal representative of his father, but of his mother. And so I guess you call me a family friend. I have something that most of you probably heard, but I'll hear it again, which is the prayer of St. Francis of Assisi. O Lord, our Christ, may we have thy mind and thy spirit. Make us instruments of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let us sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is discord, union. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. And where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that we may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning we are pardoned, and it is dying that we are eternal life.
Okay, I know how to do this, sort of. The first time I ever met Steve, he was in the backyard of the Mitcheltree's home on a stoop, and I had started voice lessons with Helen Mitcheltree, his mother, and Steve was just sitting there, and he said he was looking forward to going to college in the fall, and he wanted to start medical. He wanted to be a doctor, and he wanted to do medicine. And he was fine at that time, but during his, I don't know if it was the first year or the second year, but it was something like that, he had a break, and so they figured out that he had schizophrenia, which was hard for the Mitcheltrees. They didn't realize that it ran in their family, and every once in a while there was someone who had that disease, and it was Steve, and I feel really bad because he was very smart, and he had all the gifts he needed from the time he was a small boy. And Steve and I would trade apartments off and on. First, after Ann Mitcheltree left Salt Lake City and went to New York, I was still in the apartment that Ann had occupied before me, and Steve moved into the other side of the apartments on the top floor. So on the 4th of July, a lot of times we'd go way up in the mountains to see the fireworks from the University of Utah. We did it for several years, and there was a group of us from the building, and we'd all go up there and watch the fireworks. And then I moved because someone from California bought the building, and they were charging me $100 extra per month to climb the stairs. So I moved. and so I ended up in another building, and I was there for quite a while. But it started, it was closer to the university, but it started where I worked, and the roof started leaking with snow, and it was all coming into my apartment, and I had a piano and other things that were important. And John got this big barrel for me. At first it was just snowing, just a little water, but then it kept getting more water and more water and more water. So John figured out that we could use these barrels and gather the water. And then I did get out and went down to another apartment on Second. Oh, I don't know. It was on Second South and about 7 something. I might be getting my directions. Anyway, Stephen moved in there too. It was another friend, and Stephen moved in there too. So we were kind of kitty corner across from each other. So Steve would come and visit me and talk, and he was talking about he wanted to be a doctor, and he still wanted to do medicine, and his parents were pushing him to take some classes as much as he could. And we had some parties there, and we had a pretty good time together. So those are some of my memories of Steve. So that's all I have to say. And he'd kid me too. He'd say, Karen, you're not supposed to walk in the dark by yourself. So
How was Stephen as a partier?
he was pretty good. He made me happy.
I'd love to
He liked parties.
Love to see it.
Okay, I also know Steve through his mother and taking voice lessons and singing with his father, and his father is John that she mentioned. I don't know if you all know that. Anyway, so been friends with the family for over 50 years, and I love how you brought out Steve's fabulous qualities. It was great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I don't have as many close memories as Karen does, but as you all know, Steve did not have an easy road in life, okay? It was hard. He had a hard life. And I am just so thankful that he is free now. He's free of medication. He's free of all the diseases he had. He can go ski and play golf and, enjoy life with all those people that have gone before. I'm so thankful for that. And I thought he did wrestle in high school.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Our physical therapy guys are obsessed with wrestling, and they talk to Stephen about it all the time.
Oh, I
They talk
see.
about his ear.
Oh,
Yeah, getting on the mat.
okay.
Cauliflower ear. I think
Right.
it's called.
Anyway, so thanks for being his friends. Thanks so much for all of you who were with him at the end. And, really made his life better. I appreciate it so much.
This is the woman that Stephen loved.
Oh,
Okay.
his fiance.
I want you to tell us.
Hi, my name is Lourdes, and I had a good time with Steve. He was a fun guy to be sure, and always we play with him. I play with him and have fun, listen to music, and always he tell me, Lourdes, you need to study to be and graduate and get a better job. He said, I think I have a good job because I'm next to you. I said, oh, Lourdes, why do you say that? He said, because you give me the opportunity to know you more, and you have a wonderful team. He always may complain what kind of disease he has. And I said, you are okay, Steve. We are playing, we enjoy. Just take away those things. Tell God thank you to be here and give the opportunity to everyone who were over here, give the bread of life, because you give it, the bread of life. And then he said, oh Lord, you are wonderful. Thank you, Steve. You too, you are a wonderful person. And then I would like to tell him what we used to do. Always I tell him, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Thank you, Steve. Also, eternally stand to go Lourdes, no anymore. That Friday, before I go home to say Lourdes, I feel it's over. And I say thank you, Steve, and forgive me. And I love you. You will be always in my heart. Thank you.
My name is Rosie. I'm the recreational therapist at the care facility. Stephen loved playing his guitar. I am learning how to play the guitar very slowly. And he has his nice guitar, and we would have appointments at 3 o'clock on Tuesdays to play the guitar, and I would go to his room, and the guitar had to be carried a certain way. It had to be straight up. I couldn't bump it into anything. He had his pick, his glasses, his music book, and it was just very precise the way take out the guitar from the case without bumping it. And he was just very, very unique. He adored playing. He would open his book and play and sing and laugh throughout his singing. And then when we were done, things had to be done a certain way. First, put away the pick, and then the guitar, and then the book. It was a process. It was a process. And sometimes I would tell him, I'm in a little bit of a hurry. Can we just hurry up? And I don't know. So I learned to have patience. He taught me to be patient. The last time though he went to dialysis, it was a Friday, and Kristen, one of her van drivers, said, I'm gonna take Steven to his dialysis. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna go with you. We took a couple of patients for a short ride. We took him, dropped him off, came back. He said he didn't want to eat dinner. He was tired that Friday. He said, Rosie, just let me sleep. I said, okay. I talked to his nurse. I said, Steven says he's tired. He just had dialysis. His body went through it. And I said, okay, goodbye. See you tomorrow. And that was the last time I saw him. That was the last time I saw him. I'm glad I was able to spend that day with him. And we will always remember Steven. He would just laugh out of nowhere, just laugh to the changes in the building, his music. He had a certain way of doing things.
lunches